Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got another addition to add to my brew that I made on my Fermzilla, so stick around. I'm going to add some dry hops. So what I'm doing is I'm adding dry hops to this container, which are these. I got these from the local brew shop in Traralgon. I can't remember what they are, but they do smell good. I can smell that through that plastic. I know there's Amarillo. I know there might be Citra, but I'm not absolutely sure. And I know Dean down at Gippsland Hydroponics and Homebrew will know exactly what's in this because he gave it to me. So anyway, I'm gonna add this to this container and take out the sanitizer, of course, as well as remove the oxygen from the container so that it will be a perfect oxygen-free environment. So let's do it. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm gonna get my gas out, basically empty this out, which is what I'll do now. I'm a sanitizer. Get rid of the sanitizer. So with that, the sanitizer has been emptied. I've got my hops here, which I'll just pour into this jug here. So that's those. Now, hops do have a natural sanitizing agent built into them. So it's not so bad, you know, if you're not so clean, but always be clean. And look, don't get me wrong, always be clean. So anyway, what I'm gonna do first is hit this with a bit of CO2. I'll take this jacket off here. So we can see what's been going on in here for the last few days, or last week, like that. There's my brew. And this has been going for about 7 or 8 days. It's still sort of fermenting. To me, it's finished, but I don't know. This isn't sealing properly up here. Don't know if you can see that. This here isn't sealing properly. Now, I know that there's a bigger seal coming for this. Apparently, Kegland have realised that the seal they supply with it was too small, so they're supplying us with a bigger seal. So we're really happy about that, but I have not got it yet. There was a little trick to doing it, but I can't open it at the moment because it's obviously sealed. So I don't want to open it and let anything in there. At the moment, it's just full of CO2. And because of that, the pressure of this, and I'll take this camera here, that's our pressure gauge right there. If you can see that, that's at about 5 pounds of pressure. And that's as high as I could get it because I think it's leaking here somewhere. So it can't get above 5 pounds of pressure. That doesn't matter as long as there's pressure in there. That's all that matters. So now, what I'm gonna do is place my hop addition underneath, spray that with sanitizer so that we don't get it even under here. This is the first time doing this, by the way. Just get under there with a bit of sanitizer so we don't contaminate our brew. I'll screw this little beauty up here. Now, I haven't done a lube on this, mainly because I don't want to try it yet. I want to do it without it and see what it's about. I know that it probably will get stuck, but I do have that belt to remove it. So that was easy enough. Screw that on, put it up, do it up firm. Use these little gears here to actually firm it up, just like this. Don't pull on these because you can't break them. And I'll keep turning until I can't tighten it anymore. Now that's firm, that's done. So I'll just turn that around a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. So over here, I now have my little valve that I'm going to put my pressure on, my pressure container on. Now, I reckon, you know, you can probably get contamination just from these little babies. So I've put sanitizer on these just in case. Not sure if it will make much of a difference, but I'll give it a go. All right, pop that on there. Now it's not under pressure at the moment. So what we need to do is make sure that the pressure matches the pressure in the uni tank. I don't know if I should do that or let the pressure out of the uni tank and pressurize this, or depressurize both beforehand, but we'll work that out. Okay, here I have my CO2 tank. just crack her open. I've already closed this valve, opened this valve so that it doesn't let any pressure in. Tank's open. We've got a fair bit of product still in the can. So I know that my uni tank here is under pressure. So it's under 5 pounds of pressure, according to the gauge up top. So I'm going to inflate this to 5 pounds. That's all. So I'll just turn my gauge. As you can see, the pressure's building. Now that's around about 5 pounds of pressure there. And that's actually going through. So now I need to purge the oxygen out of this. So I'll just crack this end here. There was oxygen coming out. Hear the gas come out? That's yeah. Funny enough, I could have to open the pressure up to 10 pounds because 5 pounds wasn't enough to open it. So see it all come through? That's our oxygen being purged. Now that environment there is now, one more time, oxygen free, which is, I'm happy with that. So now I will actually depressurize this and depressurize my chamber, because I think it'd be better to have both tanks with no pressure in it. That way it equalizes. So I let the air out of that, or gas out of that. That's out. We'll close that valve. And now I'll let the gas out of here. It's completely depressurized. So from there, we have equalization, and have a look at this. It's foaming. It's got carbonation in it. We'll just have to quickly work with this before it carbonates back up again quickly. Like that. So, okay. So now we'll just crack this valve slowly. Now that's all the there you go. That is what we call dry hopping. What's happened is the hops have now gone into our beer and made its way up. See how it's all nicely foamed up now? So to me, that's a great thing. I want that to happen. And now the pressure gauge is going back up to about, at the moment, it's about 4 pounds. So once it gets to our 10 pounds, I want to get it to 10 pounds of pressure, but I doubt it will, because for some reason it's not holding 10 pounds of pressure at the moment, so I have to fix that. But it's okay, it's under some pressure, so there's no oxygen getting in. But you can see the dry hops are actually sitting at the top there, but it's gone right through the beer now, and it's hopefully going to give it that scent and flavour and all that other stuff throughout the whole beer. So now I'm going to leave that for about 6 days or so, until I know it's finished fermenting. And from there, we'll age it and then drink it. On this lid here, there's a rubber seal that sits on the inside of that lip of this Fermzilla. And on the inside of that lip, the seal isn't touching properly. It's probably just a little bit too small. So someone suggested when you buy these kits, you actually get a spare seal for it. What I'm going to do, sorry, I hadn't done it yet, is actually put the spare seal on the lid, and then I'm going to put the other seal that comes off the lid underneath the lip of the lid as well. So it's up top. So when you screw it down, it pushes down on it as well as seals it on the inside. And that should give me a better seal. So I'm going to try that. So yeah, that's the only suggestion I can get there. And that's a leak I'm getting, but I am getting one here too, listen. So I'd say that's dodgy, or something's going on there. So I've got to fix that as well. So we're good.